Today, my topic is being comfortable with getting out of our own comfort zone. So, before we get into this topic, I would like to present a scenario on why do people want to get out of their comfort zone. What are the reasons that possibly contribute for people to get out of their comfort zone? When I actually thought about it, I came up with two important reasons. The first one being uh, people naturally they are quite they have the aspiration to achieve something bigger. So that's the first reason came to my mind, because they want to achieve bigger. That's why they want to get out of their comfort zone. And the second reason that actually came to my mind was, they are forced either by life or by others to get out of their comfort zone. Okay, again I repeat, the first reason being they are self-motivated, they aspire to do something achieve bigger, and the second one being, they are forced either by life or by the others to get out of their comfort zone. So let's analyze a little bit more about the first reason, which is more of like an intrinsic. There is an intrinsic aspiration for people to get out of their comfort zone. Okay, so when people are intrinsically motivated, when people have intrinsic aspiration to get out of the comfort zone, they are naturally quite motivated, and they actually have the patience and persistency to keep going, and they are focused, and they have the commitment. And the fourth one being they have the tolerance when adversity hits, and they still have the tolerance to um, go through whatever adversity that is happening to them. And last but not the least, they are actually open for new growth, and they are not challenged, and they are not worried about new things that is actually happening to them. So these are some of the reason, people who are intrinsically motivated, people who are intrinsically they have the aspiration to get out of the comfort zone. So because it's natural, because it's intrinsic, they naturally do well because they absolutely love what they do. So they don't have to be forced. This is reason number one, the first reason. Okay, let's do a little bit of analysis on the second one, which is more of a forced growth, which is more of people getting forced to get out of the comfort zone. So when we are forced to get out of our comfort zone, what do we normally um, feel like? Okay, so we because we've been forced, because it's not natural, we actually have this unpleasant or uneasy feeling of getting out of our comfort zone. So that's the first and foremost signal that is sent by the brain to the body, as we all can imagine. And the second one being, when we are forced to growth, there is going to be a lot of um, mental and emotional challenges that will become part and parcel of it, because it's not natural, it's forced. We are uncomfortable, we are unpleasant, we are uneasy, we are mentally and emotionally challenged. Okay, the next one being very, very important, our egos, which we developed, either throughout the life or through our belief system, whatever it is, it can be bruised when there is a forced growth towards getting into the uncomfort zone. Because the ego is like a bubble. We just create our own bubble, and when it is burst, then there is a big bruise there. So forced growth can bruise our ego. And the last but not the least, we are forced to change, or we may end up being perished. So that is the biggest risk we actually have. It's better if we actually take some action to change, or if not, life or others will force us to get into the other side, which is actually quite painful. And we can be kicking and screaming, and then like, why me? And then like we may become like more of either blaming ourselves or blaming others. So these are some of the things that actually happen, when there is a forced growth of and pushing us from the comfort zone to uncomfort zone. Okay, now So how to become comfortable being uncomfortable? So when I actually thought about it, there are a few things that actually came into my mind that I would like to share with the audience. So first of all, have a purpose. It's very, very important, because if we have a purpose, then it actually keeps us going. It actually gives us a reason to function. It actually gives us a reason to keep going. If we don't have a purpose, then all the small things that, small to big things that we want to achieve, even the smallest task can actually look pretty big. But if we have a purpose, even the most hardest task can and potentially become easier. Okay, so it's important to have a purpose. Second one, always remember and give a regular reminder about the big picture, why you are doing it. As Simon Sinek talks about the power of why you are doing a certain activities, why you are doing a particular thing in life, whether it's a personal one or a professional one. So it's always good to give regular reminders to our mind and also our brain about the big picture. And the third one, celebrate small wins. In the grand scheme of things, sometimes we forget to celebrate the small wins. But remember, guys, the most important thing is if we celebrate the small wins, those are the ones that's going to motivate us to keep going on a day-to-day basis. So don't forget to celebrate your small wins. Okay, and then gradually, slowly but steadily, develop love towards doing uncomfortable tasks. You know, in the initial stages, it may be quite difficult. But if you start slowly loving those uncomfortable tasks, gradually it becomes easier. It's more like training a muscle, or flexing our brain, or doing yoga, or doing exercise, whatever it may be. It's more like that. The more we do, the
Thank
better
you.
it gets. So gradually develop love towards doing uncomfortable tasks. Okay, these are the tips I want to give you guys for to become comfortable being uncomfortable. And final words, guys. End of the day, it's all in the mind and brain. Don't forget that. And when there is a will, there is a way. So keep going, keep going, keep blowing, and enjoy life.